This outfit is the best I can do in the Diana Ross department. It's actually a tutu that I wore in a photo shoot. This video is my personal opinion and not sponsored. I am not a Diana Ross fan. However, I have seen all her movies, attended a few of her concerts, and paid attention when she's in the news. I've also read her autobiography, Secrets of a Sparrow, written by Diana Ross, and Diana Ross, Going Back. Both absolutely fantastic books that I recommend fans and non-fans read. Despite the fact that I do not agree with many things in Mrs. Ross' personal life, I'm intelligent enough to not allow that to influence or prejudice my opinion of her public professional image. It's ignorant to be a jealous hater, and I believe in giving credit when credit is due. If you disagree with my opinions here, remember, I'm entitled to my opinion and you're entitled to yours. So let's get into this video. At this point in my life, it's my personal opinion that Diana Ross is not only one of the most talented people that's ever lived, but she's also one of the most physically beautiful women that's ever lived. No one in the entertainment business has Diana Ross's big, dramatic, beautiful eyes. Diana Ross is a phenomenon. She stated herself that she's never received any acting or singing lessons. When Diana Ross debuted as an actress in Lady Sings the Blues, she was only 28 years old. I believe Diana Ross was cheated out of an Oscar for Best Actress for her performance in Lady Sings the Blues. You may not be ready to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. No Best Actress role can compare to Lady Sings the Blues. If you're a Diana Ross fan or aspiring actress and have not seen Lady Sings the Blues, you're doing yourself a disservice. Diana Ross's role in Lady Sings the Blues was not only demanding but multi-dimensional as she sang all the vocals. Liza Minnelli, who won instead of Diana Ross for the movie Cabaret, basically portrayed herself, as Liza's role was not challenging and basically was about Liza's real life as a singer. I have seen every one of Halle Berry's movies. Halle Berry's most challenging scenes in Monster Ball, which won her an Oscar for Best Actress, took place on the sofa where she was laughing. And yes, there was a scene where she was chastising her son, but neither one can compare to Diana Ross's scenes in the bathroom and the padded room in Lady Sings the Blues. Neither can Halle Berry's role in Jungle Fever, where she did a phenomenal job playing a crackhead whore, outweigh Diana Ross's performance in Lady Sings the Blues. I also took into account Diana Ross's phenomenal role in Out of Darkness. Academy Award winner Jessica Lange is one of my favorite actors. However, Diana Ross's acting ability far exceeds Jessica Lange's. I have seen all of Jessica Lange's movies. I love Jessica's performance in the movie Frances. And if you haven't seen Frances, you need to. The scene where Jessica Lange confronts her psychiatrist is pure perfection, but still not as good as Diana Ross's in Lady Sings the Blues. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, starring Bette Davis and Joan Crawford, remains one of the greatest movies of all times. However, the Best Actress roles are subpar when compared to Diana Ross's in Lady Sings the Blues. The movie Imitation of Life, starring Lana Turner and featuring Mahalia Jackson, is one of the greatest movies ever made. But the Best Actress performance cannot compare to Diana Ross's in Lady Sings the Blues. I have seen many movies in my life. In closing, it's my opinion that Diana Ross is the best actress that's ever lived. And no one has ever sang the soundtrack Home from the movie The Wiz better than Diana Ross. I'm glad the little brown girl from the Brewster Projects in Detroit was a success. It would have been terrible if Diana Ross had not been successful in her career. Thank goodness for Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson. Can you imagine what a deficit to the world it would be if we had never heard of Diana Ross? I had to ask myself, is Diana Ross physically beautiful because she's extremely talented as both a singer and actress? Probably.
You'd kill me for it, wouldn't you?
But if you look at some of her early performances, such as the one in Central Park, you will see that Diana Ross, when she was younger, had almost perfect facial bone structure. In conclusion to this introduction, I will say that none of her children has her physical beauty or talent, although her son Evan has her striking bone structure and looks more like her than any of her children. One other thing I will share before I tell you about what it was like working with Diana Ross, and that was my only personal encounter with not Diana Ross, but with her children. I knew what Diana Ross's children looked like because I'd seen them in many photos in magazines and on television. Anyway, I was crossing the street at an intersection in Beverly Hills, California one day when I was only 19 years old. And there were two little girls that appeared to be approximately 4 and 6 years old. I immediately recognized the smaller girl as being Chutney Ross and the older girl to be Tracy Ross. They were walking with a Hispanic maid who was dressed in a black and white maid's uniform. The Hispanic maid was to the left, Chutney was in the middle, and Tracy was to the right. When the light changed, they crossed over in front of me and we went our separate ways. On with this video. When I was very young, I had an absolute unbelievable experience of working with the legendary Diana Ross, who was only 42 years of age at the time, on January 27th, 1986, when she worked on the American Music Awards. My agent called me a few days before my birthday, also in January, and asked if I could work as a standby trophy model on the American Music Awards to be held at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. The pay was great and I thought it would be fun, so I said yes. My hire was approved by director Jeff Margolis. This particular AMA award show I worked on was very special because it was the award show that We Are the World was performed by many superstars. I quickly learned that the standby trophy model was required to work twice as hard as the regular trophy models because I had to learn all positions of both models just in case one could not go on stage. Here's a little snippet of what a trophy model actually does. A standby trophy model is responsible for giving the award to the celebrity that's presenting the award to the winner. The trophy model brings out the award, and after the award is given to the winner, the trophy model is responsible for properly escorting the celebrity winner off stage by gently guiding them by their elbow or shoulder or some other gentle movement to make sure they exit the stage correctly. I had to attend all rehearsals and follow the script, which I still have. Because Diana Ross hosted the 1986 AMA Awards, her name is practically on every page. Watch until the end of this video because I will tell you how this authentic American Music Awards valuable script can be yours. On the first day of rehearsals, I was sitting where the future attendees would sit in the audience area. From my peripheral vision, I saw a woman walking up the aisle to my left, and when I looked over, I realized it was the one and only Diana Ross, who was walking alone towards the stage. She was soon less than 12 inches from me. I could see that Diana Ross did not have on any makeup, and her fingernails were very, very short and without polish, which is okay. I'm just voicing my observation. As a matter of fact, because I play piano, I have short nails and I very rarely wear nail polish because of health hazards. Anyway, by Diana Ross being so close to me, I noticed her petite physique. As she walked by, Diana Ross glanced over at me. At that time, it was only Diana Ross, me sitting in the audience area, one production assistant standing way in the back, and the director who was in the control booth. I continued watching the rehearsals of the other celebrities on stage, and then, what do you know? Here comes Diana Ross walking directly in front of me. About 3 minutes later, she walked past me again. I had to go backstage because it was my time to rehearse, at which time a woman approached me, I can't remember what her title was, but she told me that Diana Ross asked, "Who is the girl with all the hair sitting in the audience talking about me?" Well, once they told Diana Ross I was one of the trophy models and not performing, that seemed to satisfy her because she left me alone and didn't walk by me again. I had never heard Diana Ross's opening song, Eaten Alive, until I saw her singing it at rehearsals. And I remember enjoying watching Diana Ross rehearse it on stage. In order to prevent copyright violations, I cannot have the audio of Diana Ross Eaten Alive on this video, but I really like the song. Throughout the 3 days of rehearsals I attended and the live show, Diana Ross basically remained to herself. I believe there were 2 more days of rehearsals, but I didn't have to attend on those days. On the 3 days both Diana Ross and I had rehearsals, I did not see her talking to anyone but staff. I did not see Diana Ross socializing with many people, including any celebrities. Perhaps because she seemed to be focused on reading the teleprompter, concentrating on her stage positions, rehearsing, listening to the director, and doing a fantastic job, which she did. Remember, she had the demanding job of hosting the entire show. It's my personal opinion that Diana Ross is not a diva, but she simply wants things done professionally and correctly, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you've ever seen Diana Ross perform live, it's remarkable how she is constantly attentive to the sound of her vocals, background singers, and musicians. If you've ever seen her live in concert, you can see how she can sometimes become perturbed when musicians and her background singers are singing over her, all to which is understandable because people don't go to see or hear her keyboard player or background singers. They go to see Diana Ross. On the day of the live taping of the AMA Awards, when Diana Ross came backstage, she was a totally different person because she had on long fingernails and her hair and makeup was impeccable. Except for the day of the taping, We Are the World, celebrities came on different days for rehearsals. During rehearsals, Lionel Richie was backstage and seemed pretty friendly. I saw Lionel smiling and walking around and talking to many other celebrities. Ashford and Simpson were there and appeared to be a friendly couple as I saw them backstage speaking to other celebrities. The Pointer Sisters were also there, but I knew the Pointer Sisters from a weekly boot camp we all attended in the Valley. When I say boot camp, I mean a strenuous type of exercise program. Also backstage at rehearsals were the Commodores, who were friendly and stayed together, certainly because they didn't want to have anyone come looking for them when it was time to go on stage. Also backstage waiting to rehearse was Smokey Robinson, who is a very friendly and personable guy. You can see my interview with Smokey Robinson on my YouTube channel. Dolly Parton was also there. Dolly Parton is the bee in bubbly. She has a bright, bubbly personality and smiles a lot, even at work. I'd seen Dolly Parton in person once before when I was shopping at the Beverly Center in Los Angeles. I was in a small boutique and I recognized her voice. Dolly was talking while walking in the mall. I could hear her from inside the store, so I stepped out and yes, that was Dolly Parton, all right, just walking and talking in the mall. Of all the celebrities that remained in close proximity to me backstage and whom I chatted with the most were Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. of the Fifth Dimension. Lamont McNamara of the Fifth Dimension was the photographer on my shoot when I was a Jet Centerfold model. Lamont took this photo of me in Jet magazine. Lamont is a cool and friendly guy. Anyway, Marilyn and Billy seemed like a cute high school couple. They were always together and appeared to be very happy. Marilyn has a bright personality, is personable, and easy to have a conversation with. Many years later, I saw Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. at a book expo in Los Angeles because they authored a book and had a booth at the expo. Again, they were such a cute couple. They sat together at their booth. This is the same expo that I took a photo and chatted with Diane Carroll. You might want to check out that video on my YouTube channel as well. Also at the book expo was Montel Williams, who also wrote a book. Montel knows me because I was a featured guest on his show. I have decided to sell my original American Music Award script. So if you're interested in having a part of history, I'm offering it at the price of $1,500, that's $1,500, or best offer. I can sign it in the back if you want. You will have a piece of history by purchasing this original script. And if you can somehow get Diana Ross to sign it, it will be invaluable. Everyone working on the 13th Annual AMA Awards, including Diana Ross and all the other celebrities, were given this exact same script. Because Diana Ross was hosting this AMA Award show, her name is just about on every page. So, if you want to learn how to write a script such as this would be a great tool to follow. Because I used the script in rehearsals, it's somewhat tattered. During the taping of this video, I also found 2 concert booklets I purchased when I attended Diana Ross concerts at the Universal Amphitheater in Universal, California. Each booklet is 12 inches by 10 inches. I was very surprised when I opened them today and found my actual Diana Ross concert tickets. One is dated Saturday, September 30th, 1985, showing a ticket price of $30. You can have this piece of memorabilia, which contains not only a beautiful array of photographs of Diana Ross, but she speaks in her own words and tells you about her career, her children, her life, etc. I've decided to sell my concert booklets for only $200 each, or best offer. I also found the actual tickets to her concert at Universal Amphitheater for her show on Thursday, July 25th, 1991, showing a price of only $32.50. I will throw in my tickets with the purchase of each booklet. Both of these concert booklets are not available anywhere, not even on Diana Ross's website, and I believe they're out of print. So if you're interested in purchasing this authentic, rare American Music Award script or any one of these 2 Diana Ross concert booklets, they will be available on my website at dawnmartin.com. I hope you appreciate me sharing my personal experiences, and I hope you had fun watching this video. Bye!
Don't forget to subscribe, and if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button.